Well, hey guys, welcome back. So I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but I did sell the Ram last week. So that's gone. And now it looks like I'm going to sell the truck topper off of the Tundra. I told you I wanted to sell that. I don't have any use for that really. So somebody's driving over from the valley and should be here in about an hour and a half to buy that truck topper. So I've got the clips here for it. I'm assuming we're going to put it right on their truck and they'll drive off with it. So that's good. Came in the shop this morning and there's not a good sign. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it, but the window is just covered in flies. So that tells me I've got dead mouse or mice in here somewhere. I did bait, put some baits in here a few weeks back because there was evidence of some mouse activity. And I'm sure that they've eaten that bait and died in here, and that's why I've got all those flies. So that is no bueno. Anyway, what can you do? Okay guys, so the fellow that bought the topper just left. So topper's gone, we're good to go. So next up, I mentioned a few videos ago, the next big project that I'm going to work on here at the homestead is to run power into the shop. So I've got probably, I don't know, it looks like maybe 200 feet from the power pole to the shop. So I need to trench that, and I've been waiting for, some wetter weather to moisten the ground. It's mostly clay, like I mentioned. And once we get some rain in the ground, it's a lot easier to do that trenching. So today I'm going to go ahead and get the backhoe hooked up onto the tractor and prepare to begin that project. Come on. Well, that guy looks like he's stuck in there. I'm going to have to, the way I loosen him up is I'll take the end of a socket extension in there and just tap it with a hammer, and then that'll open that up. Too much pressure in the hose, so these won't couple. So you see I've got that pin in there, and what I'll do is I'll take this socket extension, and you see the end here has that little divot point and that'll fit right over this pin. I'll hold those together and just tap that with a hammer, and that should release the pressure and loosen that up. Should. No, not quite yet. There we go. All right. Whoops. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you remember when I put the 30 amp service in here for the RV, and then this 20 amp ancillary outlet for power tools and so forth when I was building the buildings. And then I also reran a smaller gauge wire, number gauge, more power going into the well house. So you can see in the box here, it's 200 amp service for this panel, and I've got plenty of room left. So I'm gonna pop 100 amps in here and run that to the shop. So I'll show you kind of where I need to trench is, you know, from the pole here, obviously, and then I'll get as close to the edge of the hill as I can. Probably in this vicinity here, and then trench all the way down, kind of where you see the lawnmower line almost, up past the boat, and then straight make a right angle straight into the building and mount the panel on the inside of the building there. So anyway, that's the next big project. Looking forward to that. So Lisa and I both love this tulip tree behind me. Today is November 1st, and it's finally starting to change color. It goes from these beautiful green leaves that are there all summer to a really beautiful golden yellow leaf during the fall. So that change is happening right now, and those golden leaves will be there for about 2 weeks, and then this tree drops its leaves. We love this tree. It's called a tulip tree. It actually flowers tulips, or they look like tulips, on the tree during the springtime for a very short window, but just beautiful. We love it. So as I mentioned, it's November 1st, and the apple trees, for the most part, are pretty barren. Most of the apples have fallen. The deer have eaten them. These three big trees here at the back of the property are trees that we did not prune or have not pruned yet. So top of the canopy on these trees is, you know, about 20 feet or more. They're pretty tall. But anyway, all of the apples, those things were filled with apples, even though they haven't been pruned, have fallen. And that's the case for most of the trees, except this guy right here. This is the only tree in the orchard right now that is, in fact, just filled with apples. There's probably, I don't know, I'd say 6 or 7 dozen apples on this tree. It's a pretty small tree, but it's chock full of apples that seem like they're ready to go. I'm going to shake a few of the branches and see if they fall out. I ate one of these a couple of weeks ago, and it's a sweet apple. I don't know what the variety is, but it tastes like a Red Delicious or a Honeycrisp. Well, I'm going to correct myself. This small tree next to Lisa's studio that's got the yellow apples on them, this has quite a few of the yellows still left, as you can see. So I'm not sure what this variety is either, but there's plenty. Well, good morning, guys. So I'm due to check on this ozone filter in the tank here. I check on that and clean that ozone filter about every 60 days or so. So that time has come. I've filmed that more than once on the channel, so I'm not going to film that today. Okay, so that ozone filter was like brand new, did not need to be cleaned. And that doesn't surprise me. We haven't used much water over the past couple of months, save for a little bit of watering in those plants that we've got up there in the raised bed garden area. We haven't been doing much camping out here in the RV, so we've used no water there or otherwise on the property. So we're good to go for another 60 days. Again, I'll check on that filter the end of the year. So it's a really nice morning today. It's kind of hazy and overcast, but warm. It's about 65 degrees. So I'm out hiking the property right now. And, you know, even though we're on private property, we are in the middle of hunting season right now. And part of our property does back up to public land. And occasionally you'll hear gunshot in the distance. So I don't want to take any chances while I'm out hiking the back part of the property, especially during hunting season, and that's why I've got my orange on. Okay, so it turns out I'm 165 feet from the power pole to the side of the building where I'm going to go in with the panel. So that's good. I can get away with a 200-foot roll of UF wire. And looking forward to beginning the trenching. Love tractor work. So that'll happen hopefully over the next couple of weeks. We're due for some rain, about a week of it. And then it's supposed to be sunny, so I'll probably let the ground get soaked, and then when that sun comes, we'll begin the trenching. So as I mentioned, we're headed into rainy season. That'll last for a good probably 5 months. It's the beginning of November right now, and typically Lisa and I will each year go away during January, February. We'll take the camper down to the desert, but this year we don't have plans to do that. So that may change when January, February comes, and we feel like getting a little more sunshine. We may change our mind, but right now we don't have any plans to go to the desert. We plan to be here for the winter months. And as I said, the rain is typical for the winter, and I'm a little hard pressed to come up with projects to feature on the channel, especially with regard to the homestead. Most of the stuff that I need to do out there is outdoor work, and if it's raining, that's just not much fun. So the point is, we've been putting out a video every week, every Sunday since we started the channel, and I just have a feeling I'm going to be struggling to come up with content to continue to put out a weekly video. I'm going to try to put out a weekly video going forward, but there may be a couple of weeks that I just don't have enough content to feature, and probably won't put up a video. So if you haven't already hit the notification bell when you watch a video, that notification will send you an alert every time I do post a new video or we post a new video. So that's the benefit of hitting that notification bell. Anyway, I am on my way back home. It's Friday, and Lisa and I have a fun weekend planned. So I'm going to wrap up the video this week. I appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And again, hit that notification bell so you're aware of any... Well, that's weird. So the very last video that I took, the camera shut off and didn't finish the recording. But it didn't appear that way in the car. I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is hit that notification bell so that you're sure to not miss a future upload. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.